Hi guys, I'm back. Hope everyone's day is swell so far. Baked beans are the ultimate winter food. I've never made this style yet, like the Boston style. I usually just do a nice cassoulet. But we'll see how it goes. They've been in for just over an hour so far. So we can do a little sneak peek and a little taste test to start out the stream. And then up next after that, we're gonna portion out our buns. Yeah, I've never made beans without like a tomato base, I guess. So that's where we're at so far. I would like to see it get a little bit darker on top, so I might turn up the oven just a little bit. Oh, Vaders, you'll see the meat pulling action for sure. I still think the pork needs at least an hour to an hour and a half. And just so you know, Mr. Cookery, I put some of the Big Rock Honey Brown Ale in here. So I know you would love to know that. The flavor is really, really nice here. Definitely get that deep molasses taste. But I am gonna bump this up. Let's do 325. Jim with the taste test. I know, Cookery. First ever. Okay, I need to go grab my doggo that's barking outside. Stay here. Go. Crazy kid. All right, so let's take a look at our bread dough so far. This is a Parker House roll dough. I got the recipe off of King Arthur flour. I don't know if you guys have ever used that site, but it's great. It's pretty much my go-to for any time I want to bake because they have a baking hotline if anything ever goes wrong. No way, Jim. So this is where we're at. That's a soft dough. It's nice and spongy. See my little finger divots in there? So we have to divide that up. And the recipe says it makes 16 buns. First proof, yes sir. That's just my oven yelling at me that it's ready. It's not your microwave, guys. Slap it. It doesn't really make too much of a sound just because the dough is so soft. Jim, of course you're a king. And it's getting darker in here now, so I just have to turn on some lights. The sun is setting. Handy dandy pastry dough cutter. Okay, so what it says here, transfer the dough to a lightly greased work surface. I mean, my counter is marble or granite, so I don't think it'll stick anyways. I usually never grease it ahead of time. Okay, so I'm gonna wash it first before we start, and then we're gonna divide the dough in half and work with 1/2 at a time. Yo, that. Yeah, sun's just starting to set. But Lots of the snow got melted today. Not enough though. We still have too much. I do love to see other Canadian cooking streams out there though. Love that, you guys. Yeah, you're a big skier. I feel ya. I've never been one about like winter sports. Nothing crazy like skiing too much. I've done it, but I never fell in love with it. Tobogganing though, that's another story. This dough smells so good, guys. It's so yeasty. Oh, totally, Mr. Cookery. I have a couple of farms that I've already contacted to go see and maybe do like a little stream there as well. Okay, so here it is. And then it said to just cut this in half. Cross-country skiing, so much fun. And then our next step, roll or pat the dough into an 8 by 12 inch rectangle. I don't know if this is even possible. Might have to get my rolling pin out for this then. Did not expect this. I mean, we'll go as flat as we can. Just kind of stretch it out so it's all nice and even. Okay, next, brush the dough all over with a light coating of melted butter. I can do that. So that's what makes these Parker House rolls so good, is all of the butter in them. And if you're wondering, what are Parker House rolls? They're these the really flaky ones that are a little bit smaller, which makes them maybe a little bit more dangerous because they're that much easier to eat. Just stuff a whole bun in your mouth when no one's looking. Not really like croissants, but we're gonna brush the butter on now and then kind of fold the dough over. So there's gonna be a layer of butter inside, just one. Just try to imagine that when it bakes later though. And I've never made these before either. First time on all things today. Perfect. And then you'll obviously need a pastry brush as well. Let's do a large one. I mean, you don't have to douse them in butter right away, because we do brush them with butter later on as well, when they are in the bun shape. So that looks good to me. Just get it all nice and shiny. So cut the dough in half lengthwise to make 2 4 by 12 rectangles. Okay. Working with one rectangle at a time, fold it lengthwise to about half inch of the other edge. So the bottom edge sticks out about ½ inch beyond the top. Okay. Repeat with the other piece of dough. Done. Cut each of the rectangles crosswise into 4 3-inch pieces, making a total of 8 rolls. And then these get baked in a pan. So something with a ledge, not just a baking sheet. Which I was not prepared, so let me find that real quick. Should be big enough. Okay, so we're only making 4 buns out of each side. Like so. So we have to also lightly grease our pan. Butter everywhere. Where's Finn? Jim, these aren't diet rolls. I'm sorry, my dude. I'm killing you every time. This is interesting, you guys. I've never done this before. It looks funny to me. But keep in mind that they are going to proof up again, right? So even if you have to squish them in, that's perfect. Okay, next piece of dough. Kind of stretch out your ends to make it nice and even. How long to proof? So after I put these in the pan, they're gonna proof for another 45 to an hour. So that'll give us a ton of time to make up our coleslaw while that's going. And then also make sure that our pork shoulder is nice and happy outside. Let's move this out right now. So just a little tidbit on the pork for those of you who weren't watching earlier. It's been in there since about 8 o'clock this morning, and it's just past 3 now. So we're rolling on to 8 hours, and I wrapped the pork shoulder up when it hit 160 Fahrenheit, the internal temperature. And then I wrapped it in foil, and it's been going since then. So since about, what, 1:30, I believe? Okay, that looks better than the last rolls. And then we're gonna cook it to 190 Fahrenheit. And by that point, it should be fall off the bone tender and good to eat. I really find it funny that both Cookery and I made pulled pork today. I had no idea. I had this planned like a week in advance. Ooh, a nice wine? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Coca-Cola. Jim's fancy. I mean, both ways are just as good. It just, obviously, yeah, depends on the weather and what you feel like doing. Totally time investment too, cookery. Like, I've been babysitting that pork shoulder all day. Just because it's on a charcoal barbecue, right? It has a mind of its own sometimes. Yeah, Five Guys. You know what? I really do enjoy Fat Burger as well. Do you guys have that out there? Okay, so now we're gonna cover this up with just a tea towel. And then you can see that I have some butter reserved. We're gonna use that later when the rolls are finished baking and give them a nice glaze. You have charcoal and gas. Amazing. So do we, actually. The best of both worlds. All right, guys. Let me just wipe this counter again now that it's covered in buttery goodness. You don't have Fat Burger? Dang. You know what, though? I've never even tried Five Guys. Kind of sad. And then make sure these buns are in a nice warm place as well. So I'm gonna put them in front of the fireplace. But if you have like a nice warm stovetop or anything like that, that would work just as well. Yum, maple. Yeah, we used walnut today. And we used to get all of our chunk wood from somebody in Ontario, but they just recently went out of business last year. We are so sad. So we still have to find somebody in this area now that has chunk wood. I'm sure it's not hard. Okay, let's set my timer for 45 minutes so I don't forget to go check the buns. And we will carry on. Yeah, that's a good idea. I just have to talk to some farmers out here and I'm sure they will know. It's all about word of mouth on the island. Such a good little community out here. All right, Slaw, my guys. Just gonna get a bowl out for it. The classic blue bowl that houses all of our salads usually. Ah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's true. Such a good idea. Okie dokes. So purple or red and green cabbage, as well as a couple of apples. These are Spartan. But I would always choose Granny Smith if you had the choice. But I wasn't about to go buy different apples than what we had in the house. And then for aromatics, I have some dill and green onion, and then a classic celery salt. I feel like no slaw is complete without celery salt. Red cabbage is probably my favorite thing to cut into. It's like art to me. So I'm gonna start just by cutting off the end. Like, look at that. That's already art. It looks so cool. I'm the best. Biceps are not in the stream today. I'm sorry. Cabbages, though, and doggos that are hiding behind them. That's a thing. So this outer layer is pretty dry, so I'm just gonna peel that off right away. And probably same with this one. You want a nice firm cabbage. And then we're just gonna go through half of it. And get that reveal. Love it. Do I have muscle biceps? Well, I mean, I don't know what other kind of biceps there would be. Okay, so first thing we gotta do is take out that core. Just cut a triangle through there. So I see that there's still a bit more, so I'm gonna go just a little bit deeper. Still on that side. All right, I'm gonna keep a couple little pieces of core aside for my dog to snack on while we're in here. Yeah, I don't want to get banned off Twitch. Rip my t-shirt open. Hulk out. Terrifying. Come on. There we go. What's this? And now we're gonna just cut this down a little bit smaller as well. So I think I'm gonna cut this into thirds. And then get some nice thin slices going after that. Oh, Annie's is sleeping tonight. It's all good though. We carry on, right? I ain't scared. And then using your index finger to guide your blade, we're gonna slice this really nice and thin. That way we won't have any tough, big chunks of cabbage in our slaw. And it'll be a lot easier to eat that way. I might have overestimated using a full head of red cabbage, but we'll see. And then when it comes time to make the dressing for this, guys, we're going to toss the cabbage with salt and vinegar first. Let that sit for about half an hour to absorb, and then that's gonna also soften the cabbage up really nice. And then that's when we'll bring in our mayo and the rest of our seasonings. If it starts to get a little bit awkward, you can turn it over if you need. I got a little vacuum cleaner at my feet. Just cleaning up my cabbage scraps. Yo, moist Kleenex. Why do I need Kleenex? Did you not bring it? Jim, do you like coleslaw? I need to know what kind of veggies you like to eat. After I make this slaw, I'm gonna go check the pork to see what temp it is. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it quits after half of that red cabbage. I still wanna put the green cabbage in here. I'm gonna use this for something else later in the week. Cucumber's your favorite? Yeah, cucumber and tomato, my favorite veggies. I could eat that all the time. Okay, so we're gonna have to take the core to this one too. Look how much bigger it is than the red cabbage. That was for our beans. So I know that I want it to go for at least another hour. So let's set that. Then that will bring us to 4:30. Boom. Jim, my headache's starting to go away finally. I took some essential oils and stuff. Save me. You'll get there, my dude. You will. Okay, so once again, let's cut this into 3. Do it. Make marshmallow Krispies. They're so good. Are you gonna do cornflakes or Rice Krispies? I guess you could do any cereal you really want though. That's the best part. Pull up, Viali's here. What's up? Yeah, it's on YouTube, my man. It's there. Send me a message in Discord though, so I don't forget, and I'll send you the recipe. That way you don't have to go fishing through. Cornflakes. They were really good, I have to say. We finished them all last night. I know this bowl is gonna look really full, but you'll be surprised at how much it starts to shrink down once we add the vinegar and salt. What have I tried with chocolate flavor? What do you mean? Viali, what's for dinner? So this morning we got up early, put some pork shoulder that I brined yesterday with beer onto our smoker. So that's been going since 8. And then I made baked beans in the earlier stream today, as well as dough for Parker House rolls. And then I'm currently working on a coleslaw right now. Gonna give my hands a quick wash here. Chocolate cornflakes. I've never had chocolate cornflakes. What is that? Is that a European thing? Hey, let's get our vinegar and salt. No, I've never had chocolate cornflakes. That's crazy. But amazing. Okay. 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. Are they delicious, Jim Jim? Give that a nice drizzle over top. And then we're gonna kind of massage the salt and vinegar into the cabbage with our hands. I'm gonna start with a tablespoon of salt, guys. That'll be enough right now to get this mix going. And then if I need to add more later, I will. And then this is where you'll start to see the color come out of the red cabbage. Everything's gonna go really nice and purple. Rando! What's up, bro? I believe that. That sounds so good, Jim. Chocolate cornflakes. We can't tell Sammy. He'd be all over that. Have to say, this bowl is pretty stinky right now. It's gonna be tasty later on. I don't know why I always underestimate the size of my bowls that I need. Gotta push those limits, guys. Jim, do you feel like your diet's been working for you at least? Are you feeling good about it? Lazy Sunday on a Thursday. Awesome. I loved those days off when nobody else usually has days off. The best. Okay, so let's do a little close-up here. You can already see how the color is starting to change, so let's let that sit for a good half hour and then we'll come back to finish it off. Next up, check in the pulled porks. Yeah, Jim, as long as you get in a good routine, you should be good to go. Okay, going outside like last time. Don't let me forget the camera that's pointing that way, though. That was hilarious. So I'm looking for 190. Just gonna pop outside real quick. Check on our port shoulder. So guys, we're at about 165. So that stall took a little bit longer than I expected. And the egg is dropping in temp just a little bit, so I just opened the bottom and the top to allow more air in and bring the temp back up for the fire. But it already feels really tender. Just, we're gonna push it and see how tender we can actually make it without it falling apart. Kitchen safety slippers in the Crocs. What's up, guys? It's a thing. Okay, let's dice up our green onion and our dill for our slaw as well. And then we have 25 minutes on our buns. I'm just gonna quickly read what we do after those are proofed again. So those bake at 350 Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. And then afterwards you brush them with the butter. Too good. Okay, turn you guys back down. So watch this prep action. Feed the dog some cabbage because she's waiting so nicely. So let's just do some thin slices. I'm gonna go on the bias just because I'm a little fancy like that. onions. Done. Now we gotta pick our dill off the stem. Don't want any tough woody parts in our slaw. Bran, what are you guys eating today? Anything is good. If it's cheat day, that's even better. There's nothing wrong with that. Deadly. Done with the dill. Okay, now apples. So we can either slice these or dice them. That's a great combo. First thing we gotta do though is take the core out. So just cut along the core on both sides and you'll end up with a little rectangular core. So once again, cut down one side, flip it around, cut the other side. Now you have a nice flat surface, and then just cut your other two pieces off. Now you don't want to cut your apples too far ahead of time either, because then they will start to oxidize, aka turn brown. You don't want that. But if you don't have time to wait, then you could always throw them in a little bit of cold water with some lemon juice, and that should save them for you. I really do love adding apples to slaw because it gives that nice sweet and sour contrast. She got it on the first try, guys. That's teamwork. Try and keep everything really uniform and consistent today for our salad. We can work on our knife skills. They lit. Boom. All right. That is good to go. Let me just get a peek in here. Look like they're cooking pretty good. Might even turn it up to 350. Let's push it. Still don't get that dark crust that I'm looking for. Yeah, she's always hungry for veggie snacks or fruit. Does your dog love snacks as much, Jim Jim? Actually, let's grab our pepper and our celery salt. He loves everything. Good old pooches. Alright guys, just gonna check this temp on the grill. See if it's gone up at all. Holding at a perfect 275. First time doing the egg alone? No problem. Okay, let me see this book here. I haven't even used the book today, guys. So I don't even remember what I'm making tomorrow. Okay, oven's at temp again. Oh yeah, tomorrow, chicken wings with a homemade chipotle buffalo sauce, ranch dip, and then I had some leftover butter chicken sauce, so I'll pull that, and we'll also do a honey garlic version, just like a cheap sauce mix to get it out of the pantry. And then crudités on the side, aka a veggie plate, with carrot, celery, broccoli, tomatoes, and cauliflower, and probably some cucumber too. And then probably some onion rings. Finish off the week strong with some onions. Oh yeah. And then tomorrow I also have to give a shout out to our top donator of the week and also the top cheerer. So Ibrick, you're still up there. Ibrick is my sneaky cheerer. I've never seen them in stream yet, but they always cheer for me when I'm not even on. Craziness. So I think I'm gonna go pull those chicken wings right now to make sure they're ready for tomorrow. You're not even in it. It's Posh's dinner time. Guys, all of the chicken wings. We have 2.3 kilos for $22. That's pretty cheap. And then you know what? I think it's time to make myself a Kate Elixir tea. kick whatever I'm battling out right now. Lemon and ginger, some honey. I gotta do it in 12 minutes. Because then it's bun time. What's your favorite wing flavor? I missed a follower. Vivi and Moist Kleenex with the follows. Welcome to the Onion Squad. Yeah, salt and pepper. It's all about the crispy wings, hey? I don't really know anyone who likes soggy chicken skin. So what we're gonna do tomorrow, we're gonna bake them still, but we're gonna coat them in rice flour or cornstarch. We can do a little bit of both just to see the difference. But that'll work so much better than flour. Rice flour or cornstarch. I don't know if any of you have gone to like a Chinese food place and gotten chicken wings, but they do really good wings. Okay, I'm just gonna be grating a mound of ginger into the pot over here. It's frozen, so it's gonna be my workout. All of the ginger. None of the sickness. Ah. Yeah, extra workout. I haven't gone to the gym in forever. Probably why I'm getting sick. My body's like, what's going on? Okay, that looks like it should be good. I skipped the gym because everyone was sick. It was lame. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do really quick is just give our beans a stir. I want to check out what's going on in there. Still pretty liquidy. But I know the beans are cooked already because we pre-boiled them prior to putting them in the oven. So that's not the issue. Yeah, there's no lid on it. Okay, more ginger. That should be good. Save ourselves. This thing's smoking again. What's going on? I guess another wood chunk must have caught fire or something. Gas gonna be everywhere. Yeah, just fart it out. Toot it out. Yeah, Lori. This is our little salad bowl. It's got a really cool design in it. In the bottom. We just have some coleslaw chilling in there. It was so good. If you check on my Instagram page, you'll see the photo of it, but all of the layers were perfect. There was no like extra sauce in the bottom either. And the flavor was so, so nice. Really happy with it. The pasta didn't go soggy either. It was perfect. I think I did enjoy the fresh pasta more than the dry. Although, I don't know if we could even tell a difference. Like, obviously I knew there was a difference, but other than that, flavor-wise, not really. Time for the honey. And a cinnamon stick. Yeah. Yeah, there might have been a little bit of texture difference, but you wouldn't know if they weren't put side by side, right? Totally, especially if someone rolls out their pasta too thin. But I went 2 notches a little bit earlier, so I didn't go to the full 9. I only went to 7. That way it stayed a little bit thicker and it held together really nice. Okay, our tea is going. How's your day going so far, Lori? Now I just have to go get the peppermint tea. That's true as well, Lori. It's a tried and true recipe from pretty much all of the Italian restaurants in Vancouver. But shh. It's all of the chef's little secret. Oh wow, where are you located? Denmark. Amazing. Welcome from Denmark. Very cool. Just wrapping up the extra half head of cabbage that we have. That can go in the fridge while we're waiting. Oh, wow. Do you like the night shift, or would you prefer working during the day? Well, that's good then. Lots of people don't like working night shift though. I know that's a fact. Okay, 1 minute left on our buns that are proofing, so I'm gonna go grab those. Let's check them out. There's lots of butter in there. It's looking good, guys. You had a job with 3 different shifts? Nuts, Jim. Absolutely nuts. Okay, this is where we're at. So they've already filled up the pan pretty much all the way, which is glorious. I might let them go for just a couple of minutes more. Just on the stovetop, because it is really nice and warm over here. And then we'll pop them in the oven. Yum. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, it's totally like a pillow. I'm stoked. I love baking. Haven't baked bread in a while. I'll definitely have to do a sourdough stream as well. Nice, Lori. That sounds all right then. Obviously, you've worked to get up there, so it pays off, right? Okay, let's give our slaw a little toss. See how much liquid it's released so far. Smelling good. So it's definitely releasing a lot of its juices already, which is exactly what we want. And that way it won't be over watery later on when we mix the mayo into it. Wow, 80 elders that you take care of. Awesome. That's a big crew. I mean, I'm sure you're always very busy there, though. And the best part about doing these buns when you're doing the beans is that they bake at the same temperature. So 350 Fahrenheit. So we don't even have to worry about adjusting our oven temp at all. It's fab. Okay, at 420, I'll put the buns in. 420. I'm using my papers. You guys get sleepy, Kate, today. The pain, it's right here. It's so annoying. Hey, Harry. I almost called you Nary. This is live. Live and in action. Mr. Boozy. Welcome, my new people. Welcome. Yeah, it's a reality show. There's drama, crazy cookery, dogs. A vape. No, it's my water bottle. Yeah, sometimes swearing. Jim has seen it all. Love it. You love coleslaw, Mr. Boozy? It's gonna be a good one. So that's just cabbages right now. Hell's Kitchen. That I've tossed the cabbage with some vinegar and salt. Flexerd is back. Hello, sir. Biggest vape of life. That's how we do on the West Coast, sir. I went back on Flexerd's an hour and 15 minutes ago. Boozy. Come on. Come on, man. This chick is marinated. I'm sorry, sir. But you'll have to find another cabbage. My tea is boiling, guys. Smells so good. Oh, don't even be sorry. I've read way worse things from people. Jim's a robot. I don't know about the rest of them though. Is this your first time on Twitch, Harry? Okay guys, check out the tea. The elixir. Honey lemon and ginger with cinnamon that I boiled. And then I'm putting in peppermint tea. I feel the sickness is getting to me. So I'm gonna get to it before that. You know what's real, Finn? Butter. Like the buns that are sitting on the stovetop. And then we're just gonna let this tea sit for a couple of minutes. Steep it up. That's crazy, Harry. Viva la bad. I like that one. Welcome, everyone. Finn, these buns that I made today are just for you. Look at the butter pot's like pretty much empty. That's when you know it's been a good week. Oh yeah, those are my Sharpie eyebrows. It's what I learned to do in the kitchen when I was a chef. Sharpies have multi-uses. Well, I'm glad you're a free citizen, Harry. You got out. Always, Finn. You better be careful, Germaline. You might just get stuck in here. Sammy, you want this?
Nope.
Well, can you temp it for me, though?
Yep.
Thanks. I want to see where we're at. All right, guys, 420. That means the buns are going in. Finster, my man, gotta get this reveal for you. I would not change a thing. Check out these rolls. Parker House, full of butter. And then, when they come out of the oven when they're baked, even more butter. And then we stuff them with some smoked pork. Hello. Okay, so these are gonna take 20 minutes in a 350 Fahrenheit oven.
Still got an hour and a half.
Pardon?
Still got an hour and a half.
What? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna stream for that long.
So, you can finish off.
Okay, let's set this timer up. We'll start at 20 and see if we need to push it to 25. Jim. First-hand experience. Are you seriously not allowed butter? I feel so sad for you. What would you use then, Harry? Like, what kind of oil would you use? I also blame soda, Finn. Pop is terrible. I love it. I'm going along with it, though. This is so entertaining for me. Yeah, pop is just the worst thing for you. All of the sugar. Jim's getting trolled. It's true, Finn. Like, there's no way that pop should be cheaper than water. Petroleum-based oil. Oh, man. Okay, I'm getting my teacup. So tasty. So it's like Vaseline then. Good old Vaseline. Yes, Boozy. Boozy, it's good to have you in here on a Thirsty Thursday. Finster, I went out earlier on my other stream before this. If you go back, you'll see how it looked. And also, get in our Discord, because then you'll stay updated with everything. I've been posting photos. Have I tried Scottish pudding? I don't think so. Let us see. That looks good though. Looks like a fruit cake. So it is like a fruit cake then. We usually have that around Christmas time. Right? We have nothing to drink. I mean, I just made tea because I'm feeling a little under the weather today. But I do have a little can of beer to show you. So I brined the pork yesterday, overnight, in a Wanda Fuca Cerveza, done by Vancouver Island Brewing, so it's craft beer. But it's just a cheap little lager, 4.8% alcohol. No real flavor in there. Popcorn and caramel on the Scottish pudding? You are crazy, sir. You know what, Finn? A hot toddy might just be what I need. Just gonna strain my tea out. A hot toddy sounds all right. How do you pronounce Kate? Kate. It's kind of like cake, but it's Kate. You saw that online, Jim Jim? That is all right. We'll allow this then. Okay, let's get a little tossy toss on our slaw while we wait. Finish this guy off. One of my French cousins, when we were younger, she couldn't pronounce my name, so she called me Caitlin. True story.
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Let us add our mayo. It is colorful, hey? Let's get this back in here more. Mayo time. I would do about half a cup of mayo. I don't like my slaws like too mayo-y. That looks good to me. No, it was that.
It was that? Oh,
Yes, I took a photo.
oh. Yeah.
Creamy vanilla. Hellman's.
Who did that?
And let us add... Harry, you're killing me. Some celery salt. Such a classic spice and flavor to add to coleslaw. It doesn't taste the same without it. Probably adding about a good teaspoon here. Jim, don't even fix it. Oh, let's do our black pepper too, because I know this is gonna get messy. Terrifying. Push those bowls to the limit. Smash it down. Jim will fix it. Okay, I'm gonna do my dill and green onions now too. That way the flavors can all get really happy together. But the apples I'm gonna leave on top. I think there are bigger bowls here. I just always like using this ones. Harry, enlighten us. They eat woodworms in Thailand. I never ate any worms there. But I'm not down for that kind of stuff, so what do I know? It's getting juicy. I want to make sure there's no big clumps of mayo anywhere. Maybe I'll give a little tasty taste so that I don't have to mix it at all later on. Did I try wormwood? I didn't. I didn't. Guys, salt level is perfect because celery salt does have salt in it. So don't overly salt your food if you're gonna use that as well. And it's gonna be so good with the apples on top. That dish is done. And they haven't even really started to oxidize yet. So I'm happy about that. Boom. Slaw is ready. Okay, 8 minutes on our buns. Someone's gonna get shot? What is going on? Shoot it up. Pow pow. Oh yeah. That was for the beans. Okay, since I turned the oven up, let's get a little check on them. I'm gonna turn the camera to the stovetop now. They're getting there. Oh yeah, it's getting a little thicker. I'm glad I turned it up. Let's check our flavor. Night night, Jim Jim. Sorry you couldn't see the pulled pork. But you'll definitely see on Discord later on. Those are getting there. They're getting sweeter. They're sweeter than last time. Okay, Sammy, you actually think it's gonna take an hour still for the pork?
Yeah, it's only at 165.
Okay. So once the buns are done, I'm probably gonna stop streaming for now and then come back later on. I'll give you guys a little heads up in Discord, and that way we can all do the pork together. Because it is still pretty early. Like, it's only 4:30. But at least the slaw is done and the buns are done. That way the beans and the pork, you guys can see them being served at all the same time. So I'll probably say come back around 5:30 or 6. Flexer, the Discord is on my channel page, so just click the link there, and then you'll get the invite for the server. And then the recipe from today is also posted in there too. So I'm gonna start doing that for you guys as well. That way we'll have a good little database to work from. And Boozy, if you're still in here, don't forget to hit that follow button. That way you'll always be notified when I go live. Four minutes on these buns. We can't wait. Okay, let's get our butter softened back up. Stovetop's not really hot enough anymore, so I'll pop that back in the mic. Perfect. The flexor. Now we know. Now I'll stop saying it like that. Okay, let's pour some tea. Two minutes, guys. We're chilling. Classic. Yeah, I was so pumped when I saw that the username I wanted was available. I was like, can it be? No way. It was real.
It's a new one.
Huh. Oh. Barter, buy, or fish for the crab. I mean, we would love to go crabbing one day. We have the trap. We had it since Christmas. Just every weekend that we want to go out, it's terrible out and rainy and crappy.
Yeah, that's so we got a fake.
I would like to not buy it. Bartering can be a thing.
I think
I make some pretty good baked goods and or other things, as you guys have seen. I wish bartering was bigger than it is, to be honest. I think people would definitely be able to use their skills a lot more that way. But hopefully crabbing this weekend. How is Sunday supposed to look? Let's check it out. Mom's supposed to be making chowder on Sunday. 5 degrees and raining. Yeah. Just stand there. Hello. I have some things. What can I get for this? Okay, bun timer is going off. So this is where we're at. They definitely look like they're fully cooked. They got a nice little crust on top. They're not mushy. So since it's bouncing back, I would say those are definitely done. But I think I want to get a little more color on top. Get that nice golden color. I guess you can't see because it's reflecting. Sorry, guys. They're still a little bit pale. More butter. More butter. Always. Let's do 3 more minutes and then see where we're at. Trace. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. Where did this week go? Nutso. Millionaire. Hello. How was your day? Let's try some of this.
We actually just need a
On point. This is the most chill, thirsty Thursday ever. At least I cooked with 2 different beers, though. A honey brown is in the beans. Honey brown lager. And then a cerveza lager is what I brine the pork with. No shots today, I don't think. Get a little bun snack before dinner at least. Ah, yeah. You want a full cup? Loading up the fam with tea. It's pretty gingery, just so you know.
Just get a little water.
Tastes like lemonade, kind of. 30 seconds till it's time to butter these buns. 2 antsy. Yeah, exactly. Burn this out. Everyone else was sick the last 2 weeks except me. I said I wouldn't get sick, so staying strong, guys. Gotta power through it. Okay, they're just starting to turn golden brown, these things. I have the beans cooking above them though, so that's probably why they didn't completely brown on top. But they do look fab. And I love the technique of brushing them with butter and then folding them over. Very interesting. Now, the best part. Smell amazing. Hey?
Are you putting the vacuum in?
Why?
I don't know, just see the brown.
No, they just get glazed with butter. And then that's it. You let it soak in. Not for health. Or maybe it is. Goodbye. Shiny, shiny, shiny. That's not even right. It's not, guys. I'm gonna take a photo of these real quick. Actually, this lighting's terrible over here. For sure, health. Yeah. Maybe this is all I needed, Finn. Holy. It's too right, yeah. Still not good lighting. So the best lighting in my kitchen is over on the counter on the side. Right where the slaw was sitting. That's how I get all those fab Instagram photos, guys. It's all about the lighting. Yeah. So shiny, so smooth. Butter, yes. Well, we have to get one out of here and eat it. Of course. Have to. Get a little knife. Fresh buns from the oven. Yep. There it is. Still steaming. Steaming hot. See, these are great though, because you don't even have to cut them open. Because there is so much butter on the inside part that they just literally flip open. I wasn't sure about this recipe, why they did that, but I get it now, guys. A blob that said. Dead blob buns. And I totally didn't add the egg that this recipe used. I just added my sourdough starter instead for leavening. Okay, looking for the link, Viali. Glad you're still here. These would be dangerous in the morning with peanut butter and jam. It's not even right. Yeah, mine definitely did not brown up the same. Probably because I didn't add the egg. But there you guys go. Okay, I'm going in.
Let's go for the shrine first.
Mm-hmm. They're nice and sweet.
Oh, yeah.
They're not really dense. They're really nice and airy. I'm happy with them. I think they're gonna go great with the pork and the beans. Do like a little slider action with that. So good. Okay guys, I am gonna head out for probably close to an hour. And then I'll see you guys back here for just a quick little stream. We're just gonna take apart the pork and then look at the beans together and do a little plate up. Probably only gonna be like max half an hour, but I know you guys wanna see that. You've been waiting all day. So see you in an hour-ish. And thank you all for watching so far. Bye guys.